local Korean magazines, the majority did actually put Durerede on top over Ramjet. It wasn't a huge majority,
Yeah.
but he's what we, and as you can see, we have the media selection, the consolidated media selection on the screen. It was Durerede. He comes out on top. He certainly doesn't win out of turn. He hasn't actually won, I think, since he was a 2 year old or something. But he's always races in top class company, and perhaps today could be his day.
I believe the 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 press selection is probably based on the his record over the 1800 meter,
1800 meters.
because the winner of the Korea Cup, they make the record of 1 minute and 50 something second.
Yeah.
So the only the horse, the among the grade 1 level horses, he can make the 1 minute and 50 second. So
Okay.
that's why the press they
I
think.
favored him.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting. Horse number 7 of 11, then another Japanese horse, veteran too. Dick Tyen, the stable are saying this horse is in the best condition probably of his life, and also here to win. Do you agree with that, gentlemen? Do you think looking at the odds there, seems like a slight outsider, but not in. Certainly, we can't write him off.
Yeah, he's a sort of under the radar one in terms of
Mm.
the three Japanese horses. Obviously, everyone's heard of Ramjet. He's a well known horse. Jura Erode, and his obviously he ran in the Dubai World Cup last year.
Mhm.
Actually, he wasn't that far off second. He finished like fifth, I think, but he wasn't that far off second. He's what is he? Dick Tien is a little bit more unknown. He is more sort of an NAR horse than the JRA horse, but he's a four-time listed winner in Japan.
Mm.
Those races are very, very difficult to win because you have the JRA dirt specialist coming into them. He's raced on turf as well. He also went in the Teo Show at OE last month behind Nicky Fight. He beat Ramjet in that race, and if he is peaking today, then it's highly possible he could be in the mix.
He has been ahead of Ramjet 3 times.
Yeah.
So it's a bit interesting why the
Mm.
people they see this horse is less opportunity.
My guess is it's simple. It's simply the Ramjet is the 5 wins from 12. There's still potential for more.
Mm-hmm.
Or whereas Dictayan, the veteran, reliable type, is there more to,
7 year.
yeah, is there more to come? But yeah, certainly Dictayan, the connections seem very, very confident we can have a big race from him.
It's about 15 minutes to go. The horses are still in the parade ring. It won't be too long now before they move onto the track. As I said, this is an 1800 meter race. Love those long races, starting at 4:45 p.m. here in Seoul. The weather looks great. It's hard to see from our studio, but the weather's been good all day. Let's go through the last four horses, and we can chat a little bit more about that later on. It looks like the next four horses up, not a huge amount is being placed on these four horses, but Kim Hae-soon, a very famous Korean jockey, she's on Speed Young, Sung-ho.
The Speed Young is also kind of an unlucky horse because of the Winners Man, Global Heat, Success
Mm.
Backpack. He been always ran behind of them. But this race, Kim Hae-sun, she rides. And Kim Hae-sun, you may remember that the last year she just followed the race pace of the two Japanese horses, and then when the home turn,
Mm.
she make the very much settled manner
This was
to
in the Korea Sprint, we should point out, wasn't it,
was
last
it
year? Yeah.
last spring?
Yeah.
So she is smart enough to follow which race pace she need to follow. So we need to consider the jockey on this horse.
Of course, Haesung would have been riding Global Hit were it not for his injury.
Yeah.
But jumps back onto Speed Young. Last year she rode Global Hit in the Cup. She rode Speed Young, of course, in the Sprint. And you're right, very solid ride, was the best of the local finishers. I always call Speed Young the Swiss Army knife of a horse because he can do absolutely anything. He can sprint well,
Mhm.
although it is fair to say at sprint distances he usually finds one too quick. And he can do the distances well. And again, he generally finds just one too quick. But he's another horse, except for that Owners' Cup where Success Bekpa also ran badly. It was a very, very weird running track down at Busan that day
Mhm.
at the end of June. So I disregard the form from the Busan Owners' Cup. Speed Young very rarely runs a bad race. I don't think he'll run a bad race here at all. It would not surprise me if he was top five.
Mhm.
Okay, potentially one of the better Korean horses today. Number 9, Something Lost. These are obviously on the outside track. Do we see much from Something Lost in Ehyok?
I
Do you want to
assume
go
that
first?
I assume owner need to consider when they name their horses. Something
Yeah.
something lost maybe something lost something.
See the balcony. I'm sure he's on the balcony here for the cup. I think
Uh-huh.
that's the United States agricultural attaché to South Korea.
Uh-huh.
That's right. That's where the camera was supposed to be. Look, something lost. He's the only horse trained at Seoul who's actually taking his chance here. All the other Korean horses have travelled up from Busan, so fair play to the connections for having a go with something lost. He's obviously more been known as a sprinter, but he did run second in the KRA Cup Mile and then fifth in the Ministers' Cup on the Triple Crown Trail a couple of years ago, so he does have experience of running over distances. He took part in the sprint series this year. He made little impact. They're trying something different, and look, I'm really happy they're having a go, saving some pride for Seoul, and yeah, let's just see how he goes.
Face up so.
Saving some face for Seoul. We should have told we'll move it to Busan next year if they keep that up.
Well, there we have some flags out. We can see the Korean flag, the Japanese flag, and the Hong Kong flag. Huge numbers of people here at the Seoul Racecourse in Gwacheon today. And the horses are emerging. This is, as you can see, race number 8 in Seoul. The weather's looking good. How's the track, Alistair, from what you've been watching so far today?
It's been pretty fast. It is drying out the track, definitely. It was muddy this morning. It's moving into sort of wet territory now. Obviously, we haven't had much wind, so it hasn't really dried it as fast as it might. But it is still playing pretty quick. The sprint 1:10.5, that's half a second outside of the track, the track record. We've been seeing times inside of standard all throughout the day. I'm expecting us to see a pretty fast time here as well.
Okay, excellent. As I said, it's 1,800 meters. We got 2 horses still to preview. Tuhone Bansok is up next, gate number 10. Unfortunately, looks like a serious outsider today. All the horses pretty much from 9 onwards don't look like they're being favoured too much. Sungho, what can you tell us about Bansok?
Tone Bansok used to be a very good horse several years ago, and now the form is getting how can I say that degraded or
Getting worse, patchy.
so. But the kind of is
He's
aged veteran.
Yeah, he as you said, he's a multiple group race winner in his younger days. Most recently, he was 7th behind Success Beckbar in that KRA Cup Classic last month. He used to race on pace. He used to be a jump and go type. Recently, he's been settling back. I don't know if that's been by design or whether it's just happened that way. There he is. Well, there he was, Tuhone Bansok. He looks okay. And yeah, look, worth a crack in this small field. To be honest, I don't. Obviously, on recent form, he's not possible to recommend, is he?
26 degrees currently, according to our monitor. I love this part about the 1,800 meters. We were talking about this yesterday, Alistair. So there's a very narrow corner before the final 2 furlongs. Can you explain that?
That's right. The 1,800 meters start is right in front of the grandstand, but it's on the inner track. We have 2 tracks here at Seoul Racecourse. They start on the inner track, and for the 1,800 meters, they stay on the inner track until the 4th corner, until they turn into the home straight. They come through quite a narrow chute into the home straight. Then you see them fan out across the track for the final 2 furlong finish.
Very good. Horse number 11, and it's the final horse we're going to preview for the 2025 Korea Cup. Star Mata, ridden today by Saw Sung-un. Alistair, I'll let you take this one.
Top jockey again on Star Mata. Look, his form is pretty decent. He was Class 1 winner a couple of starts back at 1,400 meters. He's run well at 1,800 meters as well, although he was beaten by Great Winner, I think, very recently. So any form of his has to take into account Great Winner as well. He has raced in group company before. It hasn't gone particularly well, and that, of course, makes him quite hard to recommend in this company as well.
Okay, well, we have about 7.5 minutes till the race starts, so Alistair will be leaving about 5 minutes or so. I can't remember.
Yeah, it is a long climb up onto the roof, and shine the binoculars again. As I said, I can't quite believe what I saw just over an hour ago. So make sure that they're nice and clear for this one. Shall we take a look at the local betting market here?
So first of all, I'd like to mention too. So the media selection, they've gone for 6-3-7-4, which is Doro Ede, we mentioned before. The Korean press are interested in that horse. Then we have Ramjet, and then Dictayan, and then Success Bekba. So according to this media selection, there isn't a huge amount of interest in Changjiang Glory, but when it comes to the betting, yes, third, fourth favorites. It looks very, very tight between four horses, basically.
Yeah, certainly. Ramjet has just taken over as the favourite at 280, now out to 290, ahead of Jira Erode. Changjiang Glory into third favourite at 540. Obviously, having watched what happened an hour or so ago. Also, local punters will be aware with Changjiang Glory, as Sung Ho pointed out, he is an American bred.
Mm-hmm.
He's by a stallion called More Spirit. More Spirit has got a really good up-and-comer running here at Seoul. He got his fourth win on his sixth start last Sunday. Obviously, our local bettors will be aware of that and thinking that he can take to this track extremely well. As you said, Jerry is going to be absolutely bouncing, full of confidence and ready to go on Changjiang Glory. So he's going to be well backed. I wouldn't be surprised if he's favourite in Hong Kong right now.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any possibility that a horse outside of that four goes on to win this race? And if it was a horse that's not one of those four, perhaps Success Bekpa, who do you think is most likely to challenge?
I think, and I honestly think that if the Japanese horses run below par, as I think they probably did in the sprint, then there is the opportunity. Obviously, Success Bekpa would be the most likely of the locals. Speed Young is that wild card. Heisun is the wild card as well. The horses Speed Young, Global Hit, they run for her. They really do run for her. So it could happen.
Yeah,
So
from Korea, maybe Success Bekpa and the Speed Young, as last year said.
Yeah.
I'm not sure that the others would be really capable of running the time that's going to be necessary in order to beat the visitors.
And you were saying the time should be about 150, is that right?
Yeah, the track record is 150.
Yeah,
London
150,
Town's
yeah.
track record, you usually need to run a 151 at least if you're going to win this race. The way the track has been today, I'm going to expect that as well.
Yeah.
When we see a sprint within 110, then we're expecting the Cup to be within 150. I think that will happen. The pace is going to be very interesting. Who is going to go to the lead? Changjiang Glory, I don't think he's going to hang around here from gate 2. I think he's going to be going, and we will see who goes with him. Success Bekpa is going to go as well.
So if the gate is so important, as you were saying, Sungo, before the first race of the sprint, it's only 1,200 meters. You could get boxed in, and it's a big issue because it's a shorter race. But if that happens to Changjiang Glory here or Ramjet, the consequences shouldn't be as severe.
I think I expect the Changjiang Glory would be at least the forward position.
Yeah.
And they keep the pace of the forward position, and then from the prior experience that they follow until between the third corner and the fourth corner, and the home turn they muster the speed all together, and from there we will be able to see who will be leading and compete each other at the straight.
Great. Look, we only have a minute to go before we wrap this one up. Remember, winning your in, this is automatic and free entry for the Breeders' Cup World Championships later on this year. So, last word. I know you've already danced around it as much as possible, but in one word, one horse, who's going to win the 2025 OPS Korea Cup?
I'm going against my...
I said one word, but never mind.
I haven't said a word. I've just garbled some nonsense so far. Look, I'd love to see Changjiang Glory doing the double. I'm going to stick with Ramjet.
Ramjet.
I'm Changjiang Glory.
Changjiang Glory, perfect. Okay, well, listen, enjoy the 2025 OPS Korea Cup. Alistair Middleton is going to be on commentary, and we'll talk to you after the race.
Race number 8 in Seoul, the Group 1 Korea Cup International Group 3 over the 1800 metres. We have 11 runners. The favourite, number 3, Ramjet of Japan. He's in at 250 ahead of number 6, Jura Erode, 310. Number 7, Dick Taeyen completes a 1-2-3 for Japan at the top of the market. And Hong Kong's Chan Cheng Glory, 720, fourth in the market, looking to complete a remarkable double for jockey Jerry Chow. 14s for number 8, Speed Young. Success Bekpa actually at 13s. He's the best of the locals here. Beyond those, not a huge amount of support for any of the others. Number 1, Great Winner at 35-1 would be the best of the rest. Well, they're about to start coming forward. You see the huge Sunday crowd in at Seoul. So we've still got around about 13 seconds or so until the pools close, and that's when they will begin the loading for the Cup. Ramjet set to start, the favourite. Well, Great Winner will be the first one to go in. He's a winner of 3 of his latest 4. Star Matter up into the outside gate. Chan Cheng Glory comes forward now. He's up into gate number 2, followed in by Jura Erode into 6. Tahane Bansok up into gate 10. It'll be Galaxy Road into 5. And then Dick Taeyen into gate 7. In those familiar Koji Maeda colours, we've seen those on remake. Ramjet up into gate 3. Something Lost is in. Success Bekpa and Speed Young will complete the lineup. Well, that's it. All in. OBS Korea Cup 2025. And the gates are back. They're away. And they're racing in the Korea Cup. And Star Matter was marginally the slowest. Galaxy Road will go back to with Tahane Bansok. Great Winner away well from the inside. Chan Cheng Glory right on pace with Ramjet up there too. Success Bekpa not far away today. To the outside came Jura Erode as Speed Young darts to the rail. A couple of lengths further back then to Something Lost. Dick Taeyen is further back in company with Galaxy Road to Tahane Bansok. And it is Star Matter who's last of all. So they're working their way around the turn, heading towards the back straight. And once they straighten up, they'll have 6 furlongs left in the Cup. Great Winner it is who brings them to the back. Leading 3/4 of a length over Chan Cheng Glory in second with Ramjet third. Success Bekpa to the outside of Speed Young. They're 4th and 5th. Then it's Jura Erode just at the back of this leading group. It's 4 lengths further back to Something Lost in splendid isolation. And now Dick Taeyen takes off up around the back, trying to get back on terms with this leading group. 4 lengths further back then to Tahane Bansok, Star Matter, and last of all now is Galaxy Road. So it is Great Winner, continues to lead the Cup past 4. Chan Cheng Glory racing in second place. Ramjet third. Success Bekpa in fourth. To the inside is Speed Young. Then came Jura Erode. Dick Taeyen still trying to latch onto this group. Something Lost further back with Tahane Bansok, Galaxy Road, and Star Matter at the rear. Around the outside, Ramjet, Chan Cheng Glory. Great Winner drops back here. Just behind those, Jura Erode, Success Bekpa, Speed Young, and Dick Taeyen. We're into the home straight in the Cup. Chan Cheng Glory and Ramjet come together. Jura Erode into third, and here comes Dick Taeyen down the centre. Ramjet just about struck the front. Chan Cheng Glory fights back on the inside. Dick Taeyen, though, down the outer. Chan Cheng Glory with half a furlong to go. From Dick Taeyen is Dick Taeyen from Chan Cheng Glory, and Dick Taeyen has won the Korea Cup. Chan Cheng Glory a brave second, and Ramjet was third.
Wow, well, there we go. Dick Taeyen from Japan has won the 2025 OPS Korea Cup. An absolutely sensational race again. Chan Cheng Glory from Hong Kong in second, and Ramjet, who I think went out as the favourite before the off, finishes third. An incredible race, nothing in it the whole way around. Sung Ho, what did you make of that?
Well, the Dick Taeyen had a pretty much impressive the home straight running.
Yeah. So here we go.
Chan Cheng Glory, wow, he set all the race pace.
Yeah.
And he maintained until maybe about 100 before the winning post.
Yeah, it's this stretch here as we approach the final 2 furlongs. I thought Ramjet was going to win. You could see Dick Taeyen coming on the outside here with 300 meters to go. And then it was, I mean, it was an incredible finish. Ramjet with about 150 meters to go, unfortunately, just slips away. But even at this moment, it looked like Changcheng Glory might win.
Yeah, about 50 meters to the winning post. Oh, the jockey, Takuyuki Yano, he been to Korea in 2015 and 16, so he knew the track bias.
Right, and they were saying as well, the stable was saying beforehand that they thought that Dictayen was in best condition and absolutely here to win. An older horse, a veteran horse, but just an incredible last 200 or 300 meters.
Yeah.
And there is Takayuki Yano, the jockey, and the horse. We'll see them now appearing before the grandstand. It looked like an incredible atmosphere there for that finish.
The Changcheng Glory also did good.
Yeah.
And the horse third, who ran third?
Ramjet.
Ramjet was very competitive against the Changcheng Glory.
Yeah.
And surprisingly, Speed Young ran fourth.
Oh, like, there was a couple of times when Speed Young was definitely near the front, yeah. And Dorarede, who we said the Korean press favorite, I don't know where Dorarede finished, but certainly not top 4.
He was in the middle of the middle of the position.
Yeah.
But wasn't able to muster the speed at the straight.
Alistair returns from the commentary booth, fifth. Fifth for the favourite, the Korean press favourite. Another fantastic race, Alistair.
It was indeed. Dictayen, I think he was a little bit far back in the back straight. You could see he was chasing, trying to latch back onto that leading group. He did it.
Yeah.
And my word, did he have enough left in the tank for the home straight. When Changcheng Glory just headed Ramjet, I thought it was going to be a double for Hong Kong.
Yep.
Not quite to be.
Yeah, we were saying just before you came in that the stable for Dictayen were saying that they are here to win, and that's how it worked out. Here we can see the race in front of us again.
And you look at this, Dictayen wasn't even in it. He was here behind this leading group, racing back in 7th place, just trying to get back on terms there.
Sung Ho mentioned that you were looking for number 7. We're saying it's in that second group. It's quite a distance between Dictayen and the lead. But yeah, it was about 300 meters to go. We could see Dictayen really tearing up on the outside.
And Jackie knew the track bias because the outside outside of the track is faster than inside. But the Changcheng Glory and the Ramjet, they were in the middle of the track.
Yeah.
But compared to the middle of the track, you can see that he can muster the speed faster than the Changcheng Glory and the Ramjet.
Yeah, and you can see here he had enough track left to just overhaul Changcheng Glory. Again, a great run by Changcheng Glory. He's lost nothing in defeat there. Ramjet didn't run badly either. Just could not fend them off in the closing stages. What a big run by Speed Young, though, also coming back there.
Ran fourth. And the Dictayen and the Changcheng Glory they are the same rating, and it's the race really made it according to their performance.
Yeah.